Alright, hello viewers. Beautiful Sunday here, and we are here with Conrad, who just got his bike done a few weeks ago. Conrad is my younger brother, or youngest brother. I have one other brother, but his 400, Honda Steed 400 is done, looking all beautiful. He's going to walk us through the process of how it was done and what he changed and what not, and why he changed whatever he changed to make it from boring stock to something more beautiful and interesting. A boba. So Conrad, take us away. But first, let us know, how long have you been riding?
Well, I've been riding for a year, and I think it might be exactly a year by now. Maybe wait, is it a year or two? I think it's coming to two. Actually.
It's probably coming to 2 years.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is actually also my first bike. So this is the first bike I've ever bought and owned. And originally, of course, it came stock with all those added extra seats, fenders, everything. And yeah, I think Michael will put up a picture for you guys to see what the stock version of it looked like.
Yeah, I'll put up a picture here to see how it morphed from borrowing stock to this. But all this was done here in the garage, here, the home garage behind there. But yeah, so let's start with the front end. Is there anything that was changed here?
Yeah, so to start off, of course, the front fender has been removed temporarily because when it's dry out, I want to be able to ride and cruise without having the front fender on. I just put it on occasionally every time it rains. And then I think if we move onwards to the headlights, this was also changed. So, of course, originally it had the stock headlight, which is much larger. But Matt gave me this from his. So this came as part of his new build, the 400, and he gave me this, and then made me this mounting bracket for it, so that it could, of course, sit on this. Then we had to switch out the bulb in the headlights and put in the old bike's headlight bulb. Yeah, then of course there's little things like this as well. This was also given to me by Matt. He has a couple of these lying around, so I stole one off of him. This is just a side mirror. We usually like to run the one on the right, because we drive on the left.
Yeah.
Yeah, then beyond that, these grips, we got these from Deva. We purchased them. Again, I was through the help of Matt. He helped me look for these, and then we were able to find ones that, well, I wanted metal, so I knew I wanted something that's going to be metallic and would be a bit more sturdy. But we were lucky and we landed on these because I didn't want exactly what Matt had on his 600. So these added a unique touch to the bike. Really? And I think so far they're probably maybe one of my favorite parts of this bike currently.
Yeah, they're all shiny and looking nice. I think this is aluminium. Alright. And the tank?
Then the tank, again, you'll find that a lot of my bike has something to do with Matt looking for hidden gems somewhere. But the tank was also a pickup that he saw. He saw this tank on someone else's bike originally. Again, the tank was green, and it had no Frisco mount, so these were not there. So they had Matt had to weld these on, and then we color painted it and matched. I guess we'll talk about the paint last. But yeah, this tank was also a purchase for someone. he did not let it go easily, but yeah, eventually we managed to get it.
Got it. We scored it. I mean, this tank is supposed to be a single ton. It's supposed to fit on a single ton of bike. That's why it has that groove inside there. So then we add in these mounts. Yeah, MIG welded partly. We have somebody with a MIG welding machine. I don't have one, but we did that. Alright then, so we go to the seat.
So again, the seat was one that we looked for. Originally, I was looking at we'll put up Barije's seat on the dragster. That was my original thought for the seat, but again, we were beaten to it by Ronnie, so Ronnie got that instead. But Matt found this. So when the seat came, it had no actual bottom part, so all this was just made by Matt, and of course I had to paint it so to cover the welds and also to have it look uniform with the bike and the frame.
Yeah, the seat pan down there. But how do you like? How comfortable is this seat?
Well,
how it curves.
This seat is actually really comfortable if you sit on it right. So there's a sweet spot that you have to get just right. So it's just about on the edge here. Once you've got it, you're just like golden. You can ride as long as you can. But if you scoot over a bit too much to the front, then it's not very comfortable.
I see. So how about the fender behind?
Yeah, then this fender, of course, was also purchased off of someone. I think this was also in Endeavor. Again, Matt is the one who looked out for this. So he got this. This was also originally kind of red, but we of course had to have it painted so that it matches the body color, the color of the tank, and the front fender as well. And of course, Matt had to make structure adjustments to like these here. So in between these, you'll notice that there's another piece of a bar that's welded in between those. And then of course I had to paint every one of these so that they match the frame.
Alright.
And yeah, then there's of course the whole number plate and
tail lights relocation.
So this again was done by Matt here in the garage. So he had to, of course, first of all, the tail light came with the actual bracket here, but this and the number plate is mounted on were all just made by Matt here.
Oh yeah. I don't know if you can see this very well, but yeah, some things behind there. Oh yeah.
Then the other thing to talk about are the side covers. So originally I thought we'd buy side covers from some place, but the ones that were available to us were not exactly a good fit, and they were kind of like small and tiny and silver or chrome. But Matt managed to make side covers by replicating the ones that are on his 600. So he fabricated these, and then we had to paint them and then match them to the color. Then, of course, beyond that, there are small other improvements that were made. For example, there's this clear filter. These are very useful for riding because they help you tell when there's no fuel in the bike. And also you can tell if there's debris from the tank, like rust. Shortly after I got the tank, when we had these welded on, there was a bit of a rust situation because the internals of the tank were starting to rust. So I was able to tell that there was rust in the tank because there was debris from the rust in this clear filter. So of course now we took it off and cleaned it out, and it's now clear again. But if there's ever any debris, you can easily tell just by looking at it, and yeah, it helps out a lot.
And also the rust, we dealt with that situation I don't know if you could see it inside the tank here, because the tank was I don't think we can see it because it was lined with some paints, some epoxy paint that can prevent further rusting. Okay. So what else do we have? There's some work I did on the cabs as well, changing the jets, trying to match them with it's not really a different air filter, but there is some little jet in there.
Then of course the wiring all throughout, because
of course I forgot about the wiring, because I had to redo all the wiring on this bike. Cutouts, blinkers, turn signals, whatnot, clutch safety switches, and all that kind of crap that comes with stock bikes. So how are you loving your new, I think it's an improved ride. Improved.
It's definitely much more interesting now. It's even more of a head turner than it was previously, because people seem to really like it.
Is it?
Yeah. And the only thing that people point out is the lack of a rear seat means that I don't carry anyone or anything, but I kind of like that. It's supposed to be a solo cruise. So yeah, I might run it with no rear seat for a while. Maybe might never even actually put on a rear seat. I guess we'll see. I might look into a sissy bar later on. Of course, there's a couple of changes that are still yet to take place. Yeah, very many things that I want to look at. Of course, switching out the foot pegs here. I would want to change them out to something that matches that. Then I might add stacks later on, because this airbox is just outrageous when it looks like this.
It sticks out on the side and so bulky. Yeah. Unless we had it painted black, so it kind of goes with the whole bike, but it should go soon.
Then there's the paint job. So for most of the frame and everywhere that's black, that was done by me. I had to cut out some time on the weekends and then have it painted. Of course, you'll notice that it's not expertly done, given the flow of paint that's sort of going over, but I kind of like that. It gives into this whole wabi-sabi theme of the bike, which I wanted to embrace. I didn't want it to look too flawless. I wanted it to still have some aspects of some crudeness and some actual imperfection. So that's why I also left in things like these. I didn't want them to be rounded out and smoothed out, so that someone can easily tell that there was some work done to this.
It's homemade.
Yeah. And all throughout the bike you'll notice that I left out a lot of things that I could easily cover up with, like paint or maybe filler, but I decided to keep it as is, so that I embrace that whole imperfection. It's that Japanese philosophy, which is also one of the inspirations for why I had this bike out like this. And yeah, I also have a name in mind for it.
Oh yeah, okay. What's the name?
So I'm planning on naming this Yasuke. So Yasuke, because Yasuke is originally the first black samurai in history, and I plan to have a series of bikes that I own that are named according to samurai legends. Of course, this is my very first one, and it's an African built bike, so it made sense for me to name it the first black African samurai's name.
Oh yeah, okay.
So of course there's a little bit more detailing that I want to do on the tank. I'd want to put like a sticker on it, just so that it has a bit more character than the plain red that it is now. And yeah.
So speaking of more changes in the future, do you have, because this bike is still a soft tail. Still has the shock inside there. Would you ever consider going hardtail anytime soon?
I can say for sure. Well, I can never be 100% sure, but I don't think I'll be riding a hardtail because our roads here in Uganda are atrocious. So riding without any kind of suspension, any kind of inbuilt natural suspension beyond these would not be a good idea. Because already on this bike, if I hit a hump too fast, I can sort of feel it like going through the entire frame. So I would not want to ride a hardtail.
And still about more changes. Do you ever think about changing the handlebars?
So yeah, about the handlebars, I plan on changing them, but only if I can find those style of handlebars that are called jackrabbits. So I think Michael again will put up a picture of what jackrabbits look like. But only if I can find those. Otherwise, I'll just keep these as they are, stock, and yeah, use them until the foreseeable future.
So what are these switches for? Because I see two switches, this side and the other side.
So this is for my tail light. It's a running light switch. So if I were to turn the key and then turn it on, my tail light goes on. My running light actually. Then so this is a two-stage switch, just has an on and off, no in between. Then we have another one here. So this is for my fan. It's also a two-stage on and off. So if I switch it off, the fan goes off. And then lastly, we have this three-stage switch. So this is the headlight. Currently it's only using a full beam. Maybe later on we might implement the low beam in between here, so that we make use of that, but currently it's just high beam and nothing.
Turbo switches, very nice and fashionable. Alright then, yeah, that's mostly it. So what we would want now is to hear the bike, to hear it roll. We'll switch it on and see. Don't forget the gas.
So since this is the first time I'm turning it on today, I have to use the choke. So